First, the emergency situation in Rockhampton, where floodwaters are continuing to rise and cut the city from southern access. More residents have been forced to flee their homes. The airport has been closed and power has been cut to some areas. Authorities say the worst is yet to come.
Floodwaters are already affecting 1,000 homes in Rockhampton. Residents in low-lying areas have spent another day moving furniture to higher ground and evacuating. The water's already under Morris Stafford's house.
Well, we've got to worry about it a bit. We don't know how high it's going to come until it comes. But if I have to get out, I'll get out.
Lindy Stock's family has packed up and moved across town to stay with friends. To add to their worries, the water rising at the front of their house is full of oil.
We don't know where it's come from, but it's covering everything. As you can see, like we used to have, you can see where it's come up and stuck to the white there.
SES crews are helping to evacuate those trapped by the floodwaters.
People need to be aware it's better to come out now than to wait until it gets to a serious situation.
The Fitzroy River is rising more slowly than expected, reaching 8.4 metres this morning. It's expected to rise another metre by Wednesday. Norm Ram has been preparing his property as best he can.
If we get a storm on top, like we're going to be history, you know.
85-year-old Norman Peterson and his sister Nancy have been through the 54 and the 91 floods in their house. They've stocked up on supplies and they're staying put.
Because it only came up 5 steps last time, it comes up 6 this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, only be about today. Nothing to worry about.
Ergon Energy is cutting power to about 200 homes in low-lying areas.
It's an extraordinary step, but it's one that had to be taken.
They may have stocked up their fridges and their freezers. We are going to take that into consideration, and we are looking at ways and means that we may be able to assist them.
Travellers scrambled to get the last flights out of town before the airport closed this afternoon. It could stay closed for up to 3 weeks.
So we had to quickly try and get other flights on other airlines, which we've managed to, going the long way, but we've done it.
Outside, the SES has set up flood barriers to protect the control tower so helicopters and some light planes can keep using the runway. Available aviation fuel is being kept for emergencies, but plans are being made to get more in. Fresh produce has arrived ahead of the Bruce Highway's expected closure later tonight.
The Fire and Rescue Service has brought in a helicopter to get supplies to remote areas. Defence Force Chinook and Black Hawk helicopters are on standby if needed.
Local authorities are asking visitors to stay well away from Rockhampton to take pressure off the besieged city.
We cross now to reporter Siobhan Barry in Rockhampton. Siobhan, what's happening tonight?
Jess, SES crews have been kept quite busy late this afternoon in Rockhampton, evacuating a number of homes that have become inaccessible by car. The water is creeping up all over the city. It's up under a lot of houses now. So far there are no reports of water above the floorboards in any homes, but it's really just a matter of time before that starts to happen. Several more roads around the city have been closed today, so it hasn't been the happiest start to the new year here in Rockhampton, but considering everything that's going on, people really are coping extremely well and putting on a remarkably brave face.
So what is the word from authorities as to when and how high the Fitzroy is expected to peak?
Well, Jess, the Fitzroy River is rising slightly more slowly than had been expected. It crept up to 8.5 metres over the course of today. The latest from the Bureau is they're expecting it to reach 9 metres by Monday now and 9.4 metres by Wednesday. One of the problems here, though, is that it's so difficult to predict exactly what level the river will reach. There's a huge amount of water in the river systems that run into the Fitzroy River. That's all heading for Rockhampton in the coming days. There were some concerns earlier today about rain and storms forecast over the region in the coming days, but the Bureau is reassuring people that they're only expecting isolated showers and they're certainly not expected to add to the flood situation.
We are hearing reports, though, that the city could be isolated. Do you know how long and what authorities are urging people to do?
That's right, Jess. As you heard earlier, the airport was closed today. Rail services were also shut down today. A very short time ago, authorities closed the Bruce Highway to the south of Rockhampton and the Capricorn Highway heading west. The Bruce Highway remains open to the north, but that's subject to change in the coming days. Police are going to be putting up signs in Mackay and Gladstone asking people not to head towards Rockhampton. They want people to stay well away from this area. They're projecting meant that the area could be isolated for up to 2 to 3 weeks. Contingency plans are being made. Tomorrow, catamarans will start operating out of Rockhampton to ferry people to Gladstone.
Siobhan Barry there in Rockhampton, thank you.